Well, I'm an Indigenous person. I'm a Mohawk from North America, and Mohawks are on both sides of the border, Canada and United States. So we're here to bring attention to the plight of Indigenous people, because Indigenous peoples have different problems than minorities. We may be a numeric minority, but our rights are slightly different. There are some similarities, but fundamentally, Indigenous people have a right to self-determination and a right to lands and territories that minorities don't have. So we come here to to make sure that our rights are recognized and protected. It took us 25 years to get the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Now our goal is to try to get those rights that are articulated in the Declaration to be implemented by states. So that's why we're here, to try to encourage states to recognize those rights.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't happen quickly. Nothing happens quick in the United Nations. You have to be very patient, to be involved here. Like I said earlier, it took 25 years for us to get a declaration. So I always say that the United Nations moves at the speed of a glacier, but it still moves, And maybe with climate change, it might move a little faster, but it does move, Of course, sometimes it takes a long time for whatever happens in the UN to get down to the community level. But those things do happen. At one time, states would say that we are not peoples, and we don't have a right to self-determination. We don't have particular rights. So we fought for to get those rights recognized, and now that is having an impact at the local level, depending on who the government is. And so we are getting. We have been able to, in many cases, to get more control over our own lives, or whether it be in education or in health or other issues, or particularly just governing ourselves. I think states have become better realizing that we have a right to control our own lives, and so there's relationships that we're having with states that are making that situation a bit better. There's still a long way to go yet, but the United Nations does give direction to states on how that should work. And that's why we come here, to make sure that the UN gives the states the right kind of direction. The Mohawk Nation is a people. We're part of the what they call the Six Nations Confederacy, or in French, the Iroquois Confederacy. And the Mohawks are from about the St. Lawrence River down to about Albany, New York. On both sides of the border. And we're very strong, very nationalistic people. And we were a part of this confederacy with the Oneidas, the Onondagas, the Cayuga, Senecas, and later on the Tuscarora, that formed a very strong alliance, which is called the Iroquois Confederacy, or we call ourselves the Haudenosaunee, which means the people of the Longhouse. So, because the houses that we live in were long, So we have a constitution that binds our peoples together that predates European contact. We had this constitution before Christopher Columbus. And in that constitution, it tells us how our political structure is, how our chiefs are selected, how our clan mothers are selected, our clan system, our spiritual cycle is included in there, and also our civil responsibilities, to each other. So it's all very, very holistic. And many of us still follow that constitution today.